Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here's an explanation about exercise 28. And the question is, it's a good one because a number of cubes were used to make a construction. And below you will find the front and the side elevation of the construction. And the base of the construction is made up by 16 cubes. And question A is, what is the minimum number of cubes that was used? Alright, so they already gave you that the base of the construction was made up by 16 cubes, and if you look at the side and even the front elevation, it is 4 by 4. So I'm gonna make a plan from exercise A, a plan from 4 by 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna add there an extra one, and that's 4. So there you go, and I will erase this part. Alright, so this is my plan. I'm gonna write down the numbers from the front elevation. Let me just say that this is my front elevation. If we look at the front elevation, there needs to be 2 high, then 4, then just 1, and then just 3. There you go. And here it needs to be, this is the side. Let you just do the F from front and the S from side. So this is 2, this is 1, this is 1, and this is 4 height. And we're gonna add inside my plan the number of the height of each construction, for each the number of cubes in each square. All right. Now, what I do is to look what a good combination is with the front elevation and the side elevation. So, for example, here I find a 2, and even on the side elevation I find a 2, which means that I immediately could put a 2 here, because then the front elevation and even the side elevation is correct. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. And there, with the 4, we can do immediately the same thing. So there needs to be 4. Alright, so we already have 2 buildings, which means that we already have a part of the front and the side elevation. Alright, with the 1 we can do exactly the same, and we can choose because the side elevation has 2 1s, so I'm gonna choose this one. So I'm gonna put a 1 there. Yeah, so we already have a 2, a 4, and a 1. We still have left the 3 and the 1, and in this case we can choose where we're gonna put the 3 and the 1. It doesn't, I'm just saying wrong because we can't choose it, because if I gonna put the 3, for example, here, then the side elevation is not correct anymore because it needs to be 2. Yeah, so I need to erase this one. So this is not 3. Alright, we need to go on. Can we put 3 over here? No, even that's not possible because otherwise the side elevation is not correct. Yeah, so I'm gonna erase this 3. Alright, now we can't put it above, so it needs to be a bit higher. There needs to be the 3. Yeah, so otherwise the side elevation is not correct. Alright, so we already have the 3. Now then we have 1 left, and in that case we can put anywhere the number 1. Doesn't matter where, so I'm gonna put immediately there the number 1. Alright, because the base of the construction exists about 60 cubes, so we need to put in the rest of the squares 1 cube. There you go, and there's a 1, and there's a 1, there's a 1, there's a 1, and the last one is a 1. Now, and that's exercise A. So we have there a very important 2, there a very important 4, there a very important 1, there a very important 3, and somewhere, doesn't matter where, the number 1, and then you can put in the rest of the squares 1 cube. Now we're gonna add the number of cubes. So here I find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cubes. Then 4 plus, that's 5, 6, 7, plus 3, 4, and plus 4, 5, 6. So the number is 22 cubes. Yeah, so question A, what is the minimum number of cubes that was used? That's 22 cubes. Alright, let me just have a look at exercise B, because that's the question. What is the maximum number of cubes that was used? Now, because we already did the minimum, so question B, so I'm gonna copy that plan again. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. I'm gonna add already this 2, this one the 4, this 1, there was a 1, and there's a 3. Yeah, so we already have the very important buildings of the cubes, and now we're gonna add the rest of the numbers, and we still need to look that the number of the elevation is still correct. Yeah, so this needs to be 2, this needs to be 4, this is 1, 3, this is 2, this needs to be 1, 1, and there's 4. All right. So, for example, I can't add 3 because in that case the side elevation is correct, but not the front elevation anymore. Yeah, so please keep that in mind. So I'm gonna erase this 3, which means that we can immediately put the 1s inside my plan. Yeah, so this needs to be 1, this needs to be 1, that needs to be 1, and even if we look at the side elevation, and this one needs to be 1, this one needs to be 1, this is 1, this is 1, and this is 1. Yeah, we can't change that 1 anymore. Now, let me just look at the number 2. For example, there we can put the number 2 here, not the 3, otherwise the front elevation is wrong. I see a 2 over here, so we need to put a 2 here and a 2 there. And in that case, we just filled all the squares. All right, so we gonna add all the numbers. So I'm gonna erase this for a second. So we're gonna add the numbers without those numbers, of course. So 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. Then 4 plus 1 is 5, that's 6, that's plus 8. Then we have 4 plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. Which means that the total cubes is 25 cubes. There you go. So to do exercise B, it's wise to start with exercise A, of course, the minimum number, because then you can calculate the maximum number of cubes. Alright, so that was exercise 28.